Caregiving for a loved one with dementia is a journey of invisible challenges, but also profound love. But how do you navigate these uncharted waters when the person that you're caring for doesn't even realize that there is a problem? In today's episode, we dive into the realities of caregiving, all the way from accessing respite care services to understanding the unseen physical changes in the brain, all through the lens of a faith-based background as well as support. I want you to get ready to listen to some practical advice and powerful insights that'll help you thrive as a caregiver. Hey, Christian caregiver, welcome back to Dementia Caregiver Support for Christians, the podcast where I teach Bible-believing Christians how to make their dementia caregiving journey easier today, while also helping you focus on tomorrow. If you are a Christian spouse, an adult child of a family member who is living with dementia, this podcast is for you. Here, we focus on kingdom-focused caregiving, as well as honoring the Lord Jesus Christ through our caregiving journey. Listen to today's wonderful episode, which is a snippet of the Ask the Dementia Coach monthly meetup that is my gift to you as the audience, in the ability to have a conversation with me and ask your own specific caregiving struggles and journey so that we can lighten the load for you as you navigate this journey with me. Our next opportunity for you to sign up for the Ask the Dementia Coach is this coming Thursday, December the 19th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you haven't availed yourself of this opportunity to come into a Zoom room with me and ask your specific questions, I invite you to go to the link in the show notes and sign up for this Thursday's episode. It's my gift to you. Do not struggle alone. Come get some Christian caregiving support and hang out with me in our monthly meetup this Thursday. Now, without further ado, here is our next episode. I don't think this is the right
It's close to Tampa. I'm close to Tampa.
Okay,
Yeah.
So you're close to Tampa. The area, so I would start with the Area Agency on Aging and the Alzheimer's Association in Florida. There is usually some respite money available, but you typically have to go through the Area Agency on Aging to access that. And depending on when your temple is closing, the sooner you can try to get some of that taken care of, then the sooner you can get some respite care set up so that you could maybe go before it closes and time it when your son is off, and so that he can supplement some as well. The other thing, Maureen, is you may want to, since it sounds like your sister is, based on what you are, she's in Apollo Beach, Linda. Depending on, how much assistance she needs, you could perhaps ask the church if you cannot get the respite money, because it's a process, right? Cannot get that set up fast enough. Have the church help you with that, with getting a couple of people to stay with her so that you can just go get this burdensome task off of you so that you can focus then on the next stuff. So those are the action steps I would take for you right now, since that is something that is important to you. You will feel more in control of your journey if you still are doing the things that are valuable and meaningful to you as the caregiver.
Yes.
So,
and good thing is we are building a temple within 15 minutes of where I live, but it may take a year or two for completion. So it's a short-term problem.
It's a short-term problem, but the immediate problem is go to the Area Agency on Aging in Florida. If you cannot get that set up in a timely manner before you have to go before the temple closes, line up a couple of people from the Church of Latter-day Saints to come help you for a couple of days time it with your son being off and you go, because that'll be the easiest way for you to burn out, is not to take care of these needs. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, you are welcome. We have a starting point, and Tita got her microphone off, so I'm excited. Miss Tita, tell
Can
me.
I just say one thing?
Hi.
She
Yes,
might
Linda.
want to check out Gulf Coast Community Services, Jewish services. There's a lot of
Oh no,
respect to them.
we are not Jewish.
It doesn't matter.
Really?
Doesn't matter what you are.
A lot of Jewish services are very generous.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out.
So,
Thank you.
So Gulf Coast.
Jewish services.
Yes.
Okay.
Miss Linda's in Florida, so she was a good one to have on the call today because she does a lot of caregiver assistance anyway.
Okay. Thank you.
You are welcome, Maureen, and I'm super glad you were here. Thank you for being here. And Miss Tita, tell me a little bit about your question.
Hi, can you hear me now? Because
I
oh,
can.
okay.
You just couldn't get your microphone off it. And so I just moved on to Maureen so that I wouldn't use up everybody's time.
Oh, I'm sorry, I got disconnected too. But anyway,
You're good.
The biggest struggle I have right now is just getting my husband to accept that he's got a problem, because he's really on a big denial thing. And every time I tell him he's got a problem, he really gets mad and won't listen to me.
Okay. So can I ask you a question? And you do not have to answer it if you do not want to.
Okay.
Where are you from?
Oh, Las Vegas.
No.
The country? Oh, Philippines. I'm originally from Philippines.
Okay, thank you, because you have a little accent and I love your accent. So since I cannot see your face, I can pick up on your accent. So let us talk about that first. Let us talk about, is your husband Filipino too?
Yes.
Okay. And how long have you guys been in the United States?
50 years.
50 years. Okay. Well, you beat me. I've been in the United States for 31.
Oh, yeah. We've been married
The
for 42
Philippines.
years.
I'm not from the Philippines, but I'm from South Africa original.
I see.
Yes. And I have a lot of Filipino friends. I love them dearly. They are some of the best people in the world.
Oh, thank you.
My never to be humble opinion. All right. So let us talk about what you're describing here about your husband not accepting or not realizing that he has dementia. And so this is going to be a little bit of the educational side that I bring to these conversations. There is a big, fat, fancy word called anosognosia, which literally means no awareness. Okay. About 80% of people who have dementia have no awareness that they have dementia. It is not the same thing as denial. Denial is you know something to be that way. Like you know a person that you love has just died, but you're still grieving and you're in denial that they're gone, right? That a person who is in denial knows that that is so. Anosognosia is not the same thing as denial. His brain literally believes there's nothing wrong.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay.
And he cannot change that. It doesn't matter how many times you tell him that it's true. It doesn't matter how many times you try to reason with him or explain it to him. He doesn't have the ability to see that. My dad has anosognosia. It makes it a little bit harder because I have to remind myself all the time he's not doing it on purpose. His brain is just not, it's not that it's not accepting it. His brain doesn't see it at all. He doesn't see what I see. Your husband doesn't see what you see. But how do you deal with that? How do you cope with? Well, one of the biggest challenges for us as caregivers is learning on early on that, I'll use this as an analogy. Most of us have seen somebody who have had an amputation, right? Like they've lost a leg because of an accident or being in a war or whatever. We've seen people with a prosthesis. And because they wear a prosthesis, we know that their leg is gone and we can see that there's a problem.
Okay.
When somebody has dementia, their brain is broken on the inside. The way it always used to work, it's not working that way anymore, but we cannot see it. We cannot see those changes. So it's easy to see the person the way they've always been, which makes it hard for us to remember sometimes that something's wrong. Would you agree? Because you guys have been married for 43 years and it's like a well-worn path, right? You've been married for 43 years and you have a very well-worn path of communicating with your husband. I've been married 31 years. I have a really good path with my husband that we always follow the same path. Maureen has been her sister's twin for her entire life. They have the same way of communicating that they've always communicated. So back to the analogy of a person who's lost a leg, we can see there's something wrong. A person whose brain is changing, we cannot see. So it's easy for us to fall back into the old patterns of communication. People who are really benefiting from the community are the people who joined earlier on before they need it and that have been active and are participating in the community, because then they already know what questions to ask and they have a place to come and they're not constantly wondering, what do I need to do? How do I need to do it? So people listening are interested in tapping into or learning about the community. I'd invite you to just go to the website, thinkdifferentdementia.com. There's a link for you to schedule a 20-minute call. There's no pressure. I'll serve you regardless of whether you join the community or not. But it is a way for you to take this relationship a little deeper, a little bit more hands-on support, because really the research also shows it's longitudinal support over time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure. I would highly recommend Lizette. She's awesome.
Tracy, I appreciate that endorsement.
You are welcome.
Thank you everybody for listening today. And as I try to remember, I don't always remember. May the Lord bless you and keep you, and come back and listen some more. I'm hoping to do more of these coaching style episodes. So come back and check us out. And thank you for being here today.